3,
7,
2,
8,
1.
48, 9.
Boom!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We got more Masks of Nyarlathotep Call of Cthulhu campaign that we've been running. How's everybody doing today?
Happy to get back to it.
It has been a little while.
thumbs up.
We left. That was quite the last session. I went over my notes and kind of had a flashback of last session. I was
Yes.
like, holy.
Unfortunately, the man of the hour, Evan, will not be joining us tonight. So his character had a bit of a roller coaster last time, but he's out of commission. But I've got the rest of the gang with me. I got Peter, I got Graydon, I got Drew, I got Eric, and I've got Jared here to investigate some more happenings in Shanghai. So, as a quick little recap, last time you guys collected all of the evidence that I had kindly compiled for you in the new evidence section, or at least Evan did, and he had some leads. Following up on some of those leads, you were led to the Dark Mistress, a ship harbored or anchored in the harbor along the wharf of Shanghai. Upon investigating it, you found a disfigured man and his slightly less disfigured crew, who threatened you for coming onto their ship. When he pulled a gun on you, Gunter shot him in the head, killing him instantly, leading to a chase in which you were all forced to flee. Unfortunately, they did capture Jeremiah and brought him to a local warehouse right next to the ship that was harbored there, docked there, pardon me. And you... through some trial and tribulation, were able to rescue him and gather some new evidence from inside the warehouse. The warehouse belonging to one Ho Fang. It was the warehouse for his import-export company. So, after that, you all traveled back to the hotel, where you settled down for the night. So, it is now the morning of April 26th, 1925. Jeremiah has not come out of his room, and doesn't seem that he's going to be joining you today after his traumatic experiences yesterday. But the rest of you can do whatever you wish.
Peter gave me a quick rundown before everyone got here, and he failed to mention the part where the captain pulled a gun on us, which definitely changes. In my mind, it was just Gunter walked up, put the gun to his head, and shot him before he could even react.
We were asked to leave, and he resisted till it got to that point. I wouldn't say that we were the good guys in that scenario.
I mean, still, it changes the context.
It does. Fair,
It was
fair.
also in the next to a very busy port. You know, like you shot somebody in the head, and then the crowd scattered.
Oh shit! So I was thinking like a African port town type of thing, where it's like kind of low key and run down and stuff.
Oh no, very, very, very.
This
not
is like
low-key.
Vancouver ferry port town.
Yeah. You walked into like a busy part of town where there were a lot of people doing their job, and then shot somebody in the head.
Awesome.
Don't fuck with Gunter, man. Don't fuck
Apparently
with him.
not. Apparently not.
Don't fuck with him when Drew's drunk.
Bro, I would have done that shit sober. I'll do it again. Fuck.
The sad part is I believe you.
I'll do it again this session.
All right,
First
so
person I
do it
run
to
into.
Pip.
you are in the hotel. You can talk amongst yourselves. You're enjoying a nice breakfast as you are staying at another 5-star hotel, courtesy of the Jesse Hughes Fund. You are currently renting 3 rooms for your whole party. What would you like to do, guys?
Well, it seems we have to get to an island. And, we tried to do that and run into a bit of a hiccup. Anybody else have any other suggestions?
We might want to give that a rest. It might be a little bit of a hot topic considering all the noise we just made. We did tell them that we're trying to get to the island, so...
I suppose that's true.
We do have the 7 books. We need to find 7 books of wisdom. That, and we have Neville Germain's letter from China. I think that's our last 2 leads.
Well,
Um,
all in favor for books?
You are also aware of a newspaper called the Shanghai Courier, which you were possibly thinking of stopping in at.
Okay.
And you were given a list from the Shanghai Cultural Museum of potential scholars who could potentially help you out with the 7 books of cryptical wisdom or whatever they're called.
Well, I say we go to the Shanghai Courier and then maybe tackle some of these scholars. And then maybe tomorrow we can investigate the island a little more or something.
Did we ever discover stuff about this city of the White Eight?
That's what Harrison left with Neville Germain to go investigate in the Congo.
Okay.
But yes, you have a letter written from somebody named Madame Lin Yen Yu, which you found at Neville Germain's house. She has an address listed as Yu Yuan Road in Shanghai. The letter she sent was from May 1924. So about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you guys going to go to the Shanghai Courier?
Let's do it.
All right. So you make your way towards the newspaper office, which is not too far away from where you're staying. It's a fairly unassuming building. Surprisingly, it has English lettering out front, denoting it as the Shanghai Courier, as well as Chinese symbols. So it seems like it's perhaps mixed language usage. And you would know that because I think Dorothy got an edition of the newspaper a few days ago, that it did seem to be published in multiple languages. It's one of the few newspapers you were able to read.
Speaking of that, I would actually like to find a newspaper stand and buy a newspaper.
Well, I mean,
that is English.
You're at the Shanghai Courier, which is the only English newspaper that you're aware of. So
Well,
you can certainly walk in and buy today's edition of the paper.
Yes, I would love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you enter in, there's a young man sitting behind a desk. He has very nicely cut, sort of cropped hair. He's wearing a nice 3-piece suit, and he looks to be looking over to today's edition. Hello, can I help you?
Hi, excuse me. Yeah. Well, first off, I need a copy of today's paper.
Of course.
I feel like I'm diving into Evan Payton. I'm diving a little Payton here. Second off, what was it that we had a letter that we're following?
Do you have a letter that you're
Oh,
following?
well, I forgot why we came here already.
You've stopped at different newspapers along your trip so far, like in New York and Cairo and England. So I thought, since you had an edition of this newspaper and there is one of the clippings of this newspaper in the handout section, you might want to go here. So I presented it as an option. Oh yes, of course. Well, here's today's edition of the news. He takes out a fresh newspaper and hands it to you, and it's a newspaper. It's well within anybody's spending limit. So
Good, because I really don't have much.
Yeah, I think a newspaper is like 15 or 25 cents or something like that.
I look at yours, Dorothy.
Sure. I'll find a nearby bench and sit with Pip, and we'll read it together. And sit in my
I
lap.
want to look. Does it have any mention of the Mr. Lung dude?
Mr. Lung. So that's the same handout that you got recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that same advertisement is in there.
Okay.
It seems to be an advertisement for like an astrologer of some kind or some sort of fortune teller.
That's too sus.
The man behind the counter looks at the rest of you. Oh, well, if there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. My name is Anthony Chang. I'm the editor here at the Shanghai Courier. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We don't get too many foreigners through here. You can see that he's clearly Chinese, but his English is impeccable, as if he was possibly educated elsewhere. Almost no hint of an accent.
Someone take the lead. Me and Pip are reading the newspaper.
Oh yeah. So how long have you been in the paper business?
Just a few years. I've been running the Shanghai Courier, but it's the circulation has been dwindling a little bit in the past few years, and I'm determined to sort of get it back to its roots. It was once a very well respected newspaper here in town, here in Shanghai. So looking forward to it. Pardon me, I don't mean to be too forward, but did you happen to be in Cairo recently?
Ah, yes, of course we were.
Oh, you.
Charles, you were not.
True.
But Richard, you were.
Yep.
Ah, I see. Forgive me for being forward. I received a telegram a few weeks ago from a colleague there named Nigel Wasif, who runs another newspaper in the town, telling me to perhaps be on the lookout for foreigners who matched your description, Americans and whatnot. I'm at your disposal. He said that there were some Americans amongst you. I assume that that is still the case.
I'm not even gonna correct Pip. I'm just gonna let him.
Nigel gave you all a ringing endorsement, so I thought I would make myself available to you should I come across your path. And it seems that I have. So, let me know if there's anything I can be of assistance with.
Do you know anything about Mr. Lung,
Damn it, I was
the
about to
famous astrologer?
Mr. Long.
Astrologist.
Yes, he's been running his advertisements in the newspaper for the past few weeks. He's quite well renowned amongst people who enjoy having their horoscope read.
What do you feel about the guy?
I don't have any particular feelings towards him. He pays well for the advertising spot, and it seems fine to me. Although, to be honest, these more traditional Chinese methods of astrology are a little bit archaic for my tastes.
What do you mean?
I'm a converted Christian, so some of these methods are a little bit pagan for my tastes.
Oh.
Very wise,
God
Pip.
himself.
Yes, Pip, like God. Do you happen to know where we can find Mr. Lung?
His address is on the.
You can find it at 129 Cao Yang Street.
Was it on the thing? Sorry, I just
There
put
is.
it away. Okay. Thank you for the information. Do you happen to know anything about Grey Dragon Island by chance?
Grey Dragon
Get there.
Island.
or how we can possibly get there.
I believe there may have been an incident of some sort near Grey Dragon Island at one point that was reported in the newspaper. You're welcome to take a look through my back issues if you'd care to find anything that may be of pertinent interest to you.
I'll do it.
Wait, what?
I said I'll do it.
Oh,
I'll look through the old.
is that like a voice crack?
She got excited.
Well, I was trying to be feminine, but
All right, yeah. Dorothy, if you're going to look through the back issues, the back catalogs, give me a library use check.
fuck yeah.
And if anyone's going to help her, she can have a bonus die to that.
I'll help.
I got nothing in the library, so I probably won't be any
A success.
assistance.
Success. It'll probably take you a couple hours, but there are definitely some pertinent handouts which you can get from perusing older issues.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'd say with about an hour worth of investigative work, you get 3 news articles which pique your interest, Dorothy, which I will now put into the handout section.
Let's go.
I want to see nothing about werewolves.
Yeah, that was a different life.
We got that through a newspaper ad, just like what we're about to see.
It wasn't
Can't
a
wait to-
different life for all of us.
I can't wait to find some vampires too.
Mm-hmm. You also found Lizard House through a newspaper article.
Oh, that's right.
And the newspapers.
Lizard House!
Nice.
Seaman's Club.
What? Excuse me?
I mean, if we think about it, like Lizard's house was the true downfall for Evan's character.
That was when he rose above, man. He beat a woman with a piece of sheet metal.
That's
But
right.
it was the
What?
beginning. It was foreshadowing his encounters with mythical creatures that would end eventually.
Mhm. That's true.
He can only get so lucky so many times.
Mhm. So, in addition to finding those 3 newspaper articles, which have been run a few different, at different points. So, there's the first one. There's the one regarding the Seamen's Club. That ran 6 weeks ago, before you guys arrived. The fire on Chinling Road appeared 4 weeks before you guys arrived, and then violent incident on Lantern Street appeared in the Shanghai Courier 2 days before you guys arrived here in Shanghai. These all are articles that pertain to some sort of damage or loss of life within Shanghai by sort of dubious means. As well as that, there's not a handout for this, but there is a footnote in the section, which I will copy and paste into the handout section as well. Another article dated about 6 months before the arrival of the investigators gives a brief account of a huge wave swamping a fishing trawler working near the Grey Dragon Island. The sole survivor swears that the wave struck without warning on a calm day. Don't read that. I have to.
Uh-oh.
There was a part in there that was. Well, it's not that much. It's not that much of a spoiler, but it's.
It's okay, I was following along with you reading, so I didn't actually see any of that.
No, also, none of you know the spell there, so
That's okay. I'll just summon my fire vampire. I'm sure
Yeah.
something will happen.
Oh, I forgot you could do that.
Fucking fire vampires, Jared.
Listen, I have a spell and I'm gonna use it.
As his son,
That
maybe you'll
spell's
get
so
that
weird
spell.
to me. Because a lot of this, like, is almost grounded in reality. You know, obviously there's a lot of supernatural stuff, But it's like we got like guns and like knives and stuff, and then Jared can just conjure a fucking fire vampire. It's like, all right.
Have you guys read Violent Incident on Lantern Street yet?
I was starting to read. I was just finishing up on Fire Qingling Road.
One witness was so distraught she identified the killer as a giant bat. So yeah, we might have vampires.
Actually, seeing as Richard has now read Fire on Chinling Road, the way that the fire is described, Richard, it kind of reminds you of a fire vampire, which you have encountered on multiple occasions now.
I'm gonna just keep that to myself until we get away from. Well, actually, the reporter guy seems pretty chill. My God, this fire is very reminiscent of that fire vampire thing I can spawn. And we got attacked by 2 others on the train in Kenya.
What?
I don't know anything about that.
Oh fuck! I'm the only person alive. Yeah, I saw it. Well, you see, chaps, we were on a train in Kenya, and we got attacked by these big. I could summon it one time for you, but we only can summon it with enemies around, because otherwise, I think it might actually attack one of you. I haven't quite understood how the control quite works yet. I used it to destroy something, so you know.
Is that a new book you're writing?
That sounds incredible. Now, you talk about fiction all the time about Harrison Dodge, but that is fiction.
Well, give me 30 minutes here.
It's fucked up.
I don't think Dorothy or Charles has seen anything super spooky yet.
No, nobody other than Pip and Richard have really seen any of the true horror. Although Charles has seen the stuff that happened in the Mountain of the Black Wind.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest horror that we've seen this entire time.
You get over
Literally and figuratively.
That's a lot of information.
Well, trust me, one of these days I'll summon it for you, and you'll see.
You'll all see.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are checking through the back issues, Anthony comes in. Have you found everything that you're looking for? Is there anything I can assist you with?
It's all been quite interesting. Very excellent paper.
Oh, well, thank you.
Do you happen to know where this sole survivor of the Grey Dragon Shoals incident resides?
I couldn't say. I didn't write that particular article. But perhaps if you asked around the docks, you might be able to find somebody who knows him or has been close to Grey Dragon Island.
Another question. Do you know where the Seamen's Club is? Or was?
Yes, of
Don't
course.
worry about it. Now you think just because I'm a female, I'm asking for the Seamen's Club? That means something?
Oh, it's funny you said it.
No.
What kind of
No,
business do you
Dorothy.
have at the Siemens Club, you freak?
Calm down, we'll find you seamen soon enough.
So boldly asked, too.
Well, all the other places are like, we have locations of. We don't know where the Seaman Club is.
The Siemens Club is number 17 on your map of Hong Kong, or of Shanghai. God fucking damn it. It's close to the water as well, seeing as it is a Siemens Club. Where is that relative to the Shanghai Courier? The Shanghai Courier is number 8, so it's about 5 or 6 blocks. Well, a little bit more than that. It would probably take you 20 minutes or more to walk there from the Shanghai Courier.
Well, we could always stop there. Seems close enough.
It seems like a start.
We might be able to also ask about that sole survivor at the Seamen's Club. There's always seamen floating around the Seamen's Club.
Thank you, Richard.
I'm not sure that I want to go anymore.
Are you worried
I
about
for sure wouldn't
talking
want
to a few seamen face to face?
I'm worried about the floating semen.
Stop saying semen, please.
Oh, Pip, one day you'll understand.
Oh,
That is-
I understand.
We're obviously talking about the men at sea, the seamen that float around on the boats.
Uh-huh.
All right, but let's end this dialogue.
Well, if you are looking to go to the Seamen's Club, it's a short walk away. Shouldn't take you too long.
Thank you, Anthony.
Of course. Let me know if I can be of any other help, and tell your friends about the Shanghai Courier.
Ah, of course.
Finest mixed language newspaper in Shanghai. All right. So you guys leave the Shanghai Courier with new knowledge, and you spend about half an hour to walk over to the Seamen's Club. When you get there, you do see that, in fact, it seems that part of the building has collapsed inwards towards the river, as the article suggests. Anybody who has points in geology or engineering as a science, which I think is none of you, or mechanical repair, give me a roll for that skill.
I mean, I can give you a mechanical repair roll, and
That's what I got.
But
If you have mechanical repair, it needs to be a hard success.
Oh. I was almost excited.
all right, I only need to get a 5. This is not too bad. We can do this.
Where would I find
That's an
engineering?
85. So Jack, if you just forget the 80 part of it,
Yeah.
we're golden.
So Drew, that's under your sciences skill.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
you have science in physics probably, but I don't think you have
Yeah.
anything in engineering.
No.
But if you have points in mechanical repair, you could try rolling it.
I mean, it's just the base.
All right. Well, I mean, anyone can attempt these rolls, but it needs to be a hard success. And what's
Sure,
the base
fuck it.
for mechanical repair?
10.
10.
10.
So what? It
Yeah,
needs to be a.
It
I
needs
need
to
a
have
5.
less than a 5, or 5 or less.
No, why
Nope.
not? Miracles
I could
happen.
have rolled 20 times and I wouldn't have gotten this roll.
Oh no, the Siemens Club. The rumors are true.
Yeah. It just seems like a partially collapsed Siemens Club. Whatever that might look like. It's tough for you to kind of discern what the cause may have been, but you could potentially ask around and see if anybody was there.
Are they still open, or are they making repairs? Or
They're in the process of repairing the Siemens Club.
Does it look like anyone around is kind of important or has shows
What, the
that they're
foreman?
part of the Siemens Club or something?
It's a busy enough part of town that it's kind of just business as usual. It's kind of tough to say.
Is there a business
Do
right
a
across
spot
from them?
hidden? Look for anything that looks significant.
Sure, yeah, you can make a spot hidden roll.
Can I look for? Is there a business across the street from it or next to it?
I mean,
or...
there are businesses close by. The closest thing to the Siemens Club is the French consulate. So, the French embassy. in
I'm gonna
Shanghai.
walk over to the French embassy.
It says this.
All right.
Never mind.
Okay. So, Richard, you walk over to the French embassy.
Yep.
You walk in the front door. Bonjour.
I got hard success on spot hidden roll, by the way.
There is a person, Pip, who's kind of staring wistfully at the destruction of the Siemens Club, hands in his pockets, and he seems to be observing the wreckage.
I'll point him out as well.
I'm gonna be like, Ah, hello. Do you happen to know what happened to that building over there?
Well, the Siemens Club, it fell over a few weeks ago. Pardon, are you from the British Isles?
I am indeed, yes. Dr. Richard Mason, esteemed neurologist.
Of course. Yes, I'm afraid it fell over a few weeks ago. Is there anything I can assist you with,
Did it like
Dr. Mason?
it just fell over, or did something cause it to fall over, or did it just?
There was apparently some structural damage beneath the building that caused it to collapse.
Ah, yes. Well, that would indeed cause it to collapse. I could see that happening. Thank you for this. Thank you for informing me. I shall rejoin my compadres. Au revoir to you, good sir.
Wait, très bien.
Just reading off the newspaper there, I'd like to go to the seafaring side. And
Okay.
speculation was there were some monsters to come out of the water. And I just want, if I can get down there, just take a walk along the coast.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess.
you can kind of get down to the riverbank, as close as you can without, falling into the actual water. It's basically the building has partially collapsed into the river, and is in the process of being sort of picked back together and sort of reconstructed. You can make a spot hidden check if you want. It's going to need to be a hard success.
Hard success.
Hard success. At the base of the wreckage, there are large footprints leading into the water near some of the wreckage, of what appear to be almost webbed feet.
Whoa. Spooky.
Yeah. Pip, you pointed out the gentleman staring at the wreckage, to some of your compatriots. Would you guys like to do anything? Would you like to talk to him?
Yes, I will go over to him now. Hello, good sir.
He starts speaking to you in a Chinese dialect, and then sort of slowly begins to piece together some broken English. Hello.
What happened here?
He sort of gestures that the building fell over, and through a few moments of sort of back and forth interaction through his broken English, you sort of get the impression that he was a witness, and you get the impression he was possibly one of the drunken people mentioned in the article who was there when the building collapsed. He says that his name is Wang Young.
Richard, you watch out for Wang Young by the Siemens Club.
Is it Mr. Young?
Yes. Yes, Wang Young.
I'm gonna one sec, I'm reading something here.
Okay.
While I was reading, can I try to get a sample of the footprint in the sand? Like
a sample of the footprint?
like like a mold of it. I don't know if I would have
What
any.
are you going to use to make a mold of it?
I don't know. I was just thinking that maybe I'll just draw a sketch in my book, and then I'm gonna look at some of the wreckage and see if there are like claw marks or anything.
Okay.
As well as how clean is this water? Is it like fairly?
Oh, it's. I think it would be fairly dirty. It's a large river running through the center of Shanghai, so I think it would be pretty dirty, just based on in like me inferring
Human
information.
history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna like it's kind of again. How did it fall down? Did you see anything?
He sort of gestures towards the water where Dorothy is kind of standing on the banks, and through this sort of terse interaction that you're having with him, although he was drunk at the time, he seems to give you information that there were people that night who he described as walking fish.
Hmm. Yes, I see. And they came from over there.
Yeah, he motions to the river once again.
I'm gonna like grab it and thank you, good sir.
He
I'm gonna,
sort of
like-
nods at you.
I'm going to go over to Dorothy. Dorothy, there are
Yes?
fish people over here.
Yes, I found one of their footprints.
Well, that makes it easier to find them. Where do they lead?
To the water.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Doesn't help anything.
I was debating going for a swim and seeing if there was something underneath, but this water is filthy.
Well, if they're fish people, could it be possible they came from Grey Dragon Island?
That's a
would
pretty
assume
big reach. But why would you
from
think
it,
that?
It could be from anywhere.
Well, we just said there's fish people that attacked the Siemens thing, and you don't think that's a reach?
What I'm thinking is, why did they attack the Seamen's Club? Maybe
Because
perhaps they were
obviously there were
offended.
too many-
people.
There were too many seamen, and the fish people don't like seamen.
Perhaps we should find out who owned the place, or what type of activity generally went down there. We should find some seamen, I guess.
And where do you propose we find this seaman?
I'll be right back.
So the Seamen's Club is partially collapsed, but you do see that there are a few employees who are out front, kind of in the process of getting it presentable. You could talk to them if you wanted to.
Let us do that.
Excellent.
Is there like a basement to the Seamen's Club or something that?
Well, the
was
Seamen's Club would have been built on top of the street, which overlooked the river. So when it collapsed, it would have been like basically the street sort of collapsing inwards towards the river.
Okay.
Well, Charles, here's your chance. Ask away.
Very well. I will approach them.
All right. Their English is a little bit better. You get the impression that they probably regularly, as staff at a club that services sailors and travelers, probably interact with different people more often than Wang Yong does. Yes, hello. How can we help you?
What happened here? This seems like a fine establishment. How could a collapse happen?
There was some structural damage. There was seepage beneath the foundation that caused it to collapse into the river.
I see. What is this establishment?
This is the Shanghai Seamen's Club.
The Seamen's Club. You need like a membership to join this?
It is more or less free to join for any mariners who travel into Shanghai.
I see. Do you know where such mariners would go in the meantime?
I imagine any number of restaurants and bars across Shanghai.
When did the collapse happen?
About 6 weeks ago.
Why the delay in the repairs?
The repairs have been going steadily. We have managed to open most of the Seamen's Club, aside from the one room that that the collapse happened on. But for the most part, we have happened. Yes.
I see.
Although we have not been able to locate the body of the man staying in the room next to the collapse.
Oh, someone went missing.
Yes, an American man named John Smith.
Nice.
Very likely.
Well, that is too
He's
bad.
not been, yes, he's not been seen since the night of the collapse.
I wasn't aware there was any loss or injury associated with this.
It was not reported. There did not seem to be any other loss of life, and no body has been found of the American, so his death has not been rectified.
I see. Well, that is too bad. I wish you all the best in the repairs.
Thank you. Good day to you.
Good day. I'll go back to the group and relay what I learned.
All right. So, one of the hotel rooms was occupied by an American at the time of the collapse, who has not been seen since. An American who gave his name as John Smith. Those of you who are from America know that if you give your name as John Smith, that's you might as well be calling yourself Jane Doe.
Yeah.
On Appleseed.
How busy was it in there, Charles?
There were a handful.
Not particularly busy.
This John Smith doesn't really sound like a real person. Perhaps if one of us goes in there and sweet talks them and distracts everyone, and another one could look at their record books and see who was staying in the basement.
Rather than doing, I bet the records would just say John Smith. Maybe we could try to get into the room and find if any belongings are still in there.
That could work too. Have they seen me around?
The staff?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Perhaps we should return in the evening.
I have an idea. I'm gonna tidy myself up from walking along the riverbank. Make myself look as presentable as possible, and go in there and just like put on a face like I'm distraught. Like, excuse me, I was told my husband, John Smith, was staying here.
Make a fast talk roll immediately.
That's so funny.
Oh, where the fuck is fast?
Just a couple minutes later.
Don't worry about it. Who the fuck is fast talk? I'm having a real hard time here. Oh boy.
It's alphabetical.
Second column at the top.
I forgot that Clyde was good at this and not Dorothy. Yeah, no, that's a big fail.
Well,
you are related to John Smith.
Yes, it was. I've taken some time. I was in America. I had to get on a ship and come. Is he in the hospital? I heard he was injured. This
What's
was his
your
last
name,
known
miss?
address. Oh, I'm Jane Doe.
Fuck.
Unfortunately,
I love it.
unfortunately, Mr. Smith went missing immediately after the events of a few weeks ago when the Seamen's Club was damaged. We do not have any idea where your husband is.
That's terrible.
So suspicious that you would come in immediately after somebody was told information pertaining to John Smith.
I don't know anything about that.
Make another fast talk roll.
Oh shit! I had that close that time, but no, still a fail. And I don't appreciate being accosted in my time of tragedy.
Of course not. Was there anything else I can help you with today, miss?
Where's the closest hospital that you think anyone would go to if they were injured?
What are the odds Gunter could go in and be like, "Yo, where's my brother John Smith?"
My dad, John Smith.
Everybody just, "Where's my?"
He points you in the direction of like a clinic. I don't have a hospital on this map here.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I take off. I don't even say goodbye or anything.
All right. Understandable.
I come back to Charles and like, yeah, maybe tonight we come back.
It didn't go so well.
No, I was trying to challenge. Summon my inner Harrison, but he's much smoother, much more silver tongued than I am.
Well, sounds like you need somebody to get a shot.
What?
I think he's saying he's going to shoot another person.
You just shoot him? Is this a problem?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how we make friends.
Ah, yes, of course. So my apologies.
Richard, what the fuck is up with Gunter?
I'd like to do psychoanalysis of Gunter.
Yeah, you can make a psychoanalysis roll on Winter.
Can I make a psychology roll on Richard?
Yeah, of course you can.
Well,
That is a regular success check.
I also got a regular success.
Can I do a jump roll?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good. So Gunter, Richard just rolled a successful psychoanalysis roll on you. What's going up with like your mental state? What's going on in Gunter's head?
Gunter's hungover as fuck.
Awesome.
He was really drunk when he shot someone, but he's pissed.
Gunter
I don't know.
Gunter seems
he's
like a
on
very
edge.
angry person, Richard. Gunter like has a lot of pent up tension, and you're not sure why.
I'm gonna lean down. I'm gonna lean down towards towards Pip, and just be like, "Well, Pip, wait."
He's really pent up, and he thought
Yeah.
going to the Seamen's Club would help, release all of that tension.
He thought it was a different place. He didn't realize what was happening when he actually got here.
I'm gonna lean down to Pip and be like, "Well, Pip, you see, Gunter is," and I'm gonna like say it quietly to Pip, like, "Gunter's German, and you see, he's still sour about losing the First World War."
First World War. What the fuck?
Richard's losing it too, guys. He's got like fucking no sanity. Or no, he's really saying, sorry, it was luck. I was looking at the wrong thing. My joke still stands.
Richard's like, this is World War II.
Yeah. Dorothy, on your psychology roll, Richard is well, psychology is morphed to like determine if someone's being like truthful or something like that. You have no reason to believe that Richard is like lying to you or anything like that, but
No.
he's a pretty shifty, he's a pretty strange guy. One of the stranger you've encountered.
He keeps questioning Harrison Dodge, so he's something wrong with him up top.
His questioning of Harrison Dodge, he does it in earnest. He's very open and honest about his criticism of Harrison Dodge.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Admirable. Some people aren't so forthwith, you know?
Well, shall we move on to Qingling Road?
We might
The
as
Garden
well.
of the Purple Clouds of Autumn.
That's number 11 on your map, so it's quite a ways away from the old Seamen's Club.
No time like the present. Wait, where are we headed?
Or
The hospital?
11.
Qingling Road. The Garden of the Purple Clouds.
Where's Mr. Lung's place?
88 Lantern Street. No, Wong, sorry. Wrong name.
I don't know
If it's on the way, we could
Might
hit
not be
that
might
up.
not be on your version of the map. Might be on my version of the map. Let me take a quick peek.
Is Lantern Street closer than Qingling Road?
Probably.
Then we should go there first, I guess.
So, where's my fucking map? Seamen's Club. Yeah, the Stumbling Tiger Bar is on Lantern Street, and that's north of you right now. It's closer to the international settlement. So if you go to there, it's in the opposite direction of the monastery. And then Mr. Lung's house is close to Lantern Street.
Okay.
We have to go to Lantern Street regardless to investigate that violent incident, so we can do both of those things.
Let's do it.
We're going to Lantern Street first.
Yeah, works for me. So you guys
Yes.
begin making your way northwards back to back to Lantern Street, where you stayed your first night in Shanghai. This is where a lot of the flower girl houses are, a lot of the brothels, and the brothel in question from the newspaper article is in fact close to the Stumbling Tiger Bar and close to the other brothel where you stayed the night before.
So the violent incident would happen the day before we got to Shanghai?
It happened 2 days before. I
Oh,
believe.
right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So in fact, you recognize the building. You would have passed it a few times. It's literally down the street from the Stumbling Tiger.
Could we have been so blind?
Well, you had no reason to check it out.
That is true.
So, as you guys knock on the front door of the Flower Girl house, several attentive young ladies greet you. Pardon me. Hello, how can we help you today?
Oh, such service. We were just looking around and a bit of a tourist, you see. And we heard about Lantern Street.
Well, my name is Quivering Jade. I would be happy to assist you in any manner that you may need.
What do you do here? What is this place exactly?
She explains to you what a brothel, what a Shanghai brothel is like.
Oh,
We were just at one.
I thought this one was fancier.
No, not fancier at all. But flower girls are a little bit like Japanese geisha in that they can perform other things. They can like sing you songs and play you instruments and serve you tea, as well as be prostitutes.
Mm.
So any and all of those services are available to you from
Sex and a song.
exactly. Yeah,
There you go, Gunther. This is the place you wanted.
it's dinner and a show.
This is where we needed to bring frickin' what's his nuts, Jeremiah.
I think
This is
we
where
tried.
we can convert him.
But please come in. Let me know if there's anything I or the other girls can assist you with.
Okay. Are there group rates?
Pip's gonna leave. Pip's
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at him and be like, yes, Dorothy and I would both like to sit in on this.
We could work something out for the right price.
It's all on you, Richard. And unfortunately, spent all my money on the Harrison Dodge Collection Edition.
How is $20?
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Okay, it's just so I, as the keeper's secrets, am just so I understand. You came here for an investigation, and now you are paying $20 for group sex.
Pretty,
A lot of things.
pretty
A
cheap
lot
deal.
of things come out in the bedroom.
It's a spanking deal.
I'm gonna join Pip. I
I thought you were gonna join in. Come on,
was here for the investigation. This is escalated.
Gunther. Would you like to join?
Pip and
Of
Charles
course you
have
would.
left the premises.
You know, Richard, I can't say I'd want to join you. Prefer it only to be a German tradition, but you're not a German, so suppose I'll leave.
There's a lot going on right now.
So, while Richard's paying, I'm gonna ask if they're like try to ask. Hold on, I'm gonna find the
Just-
handouts again.
Just to like, okay, because my appearance is 30. Like I'm an ugly motherfucker.
That doesn't matter.
So like, what's
You're paying for it. Like they're.
I know, but Dorothy's gonna see some shit.
I'm gonna be scarred.
I'll tell you straight up, you do not have to pay for sexual intercourse in this scenario. You don't need to have sexual intercourse at all. If you don't want to,
roleplay it.
you can just ask some questions pertaining to the newspaper article you got.
Well, that's
I'm
what I was
expecting
gonna.
some vivid
I'm just
detail.
gonna. I want to roleplay this, Jack. No, I was gonna ask.
This is a role-playing campaign, right?
Theater of the mind.
When I joined up, you said roleplay, and when I said sex, you said, "Well, duh." You were joking?
I want to like try to ask and see if I can figure out in some way if any of the girls were working the same night as Miss Rapita Wong, or if Mr. Chin Hee Chu was a regular.
I only take the ones that Shin Hee Chu takes.
So, from talking to Quivering Jade about this, Reparita Wong had recently moved into the room where the murders took place because the previous tenant, who was another flower girl, was kicked out by the owner. The owner is known as Auntie Gee. So she was kicked out and sold to another flower girl house because she had been keeping she'd been often keeping an American man who didn't pay for any services in her room.
Can I find out very sweetly and flirtatiously where that other flower girl was traded to?
She was traded for future considerations.
Number 1 draft pick next year.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, I just read this a couple hours ago and I've already forgotten it.
Brayden, what's Dorothy's appearance rating?
60.
She's fucking doubly attractive compared to me.
I'm above average.
What's Gunther's appearance rating?
Is that the one that says app?
Yeah.
30.
We're so fucking ugly.
Would you imagine if I made him like 90?
I think the highest appearance was Leon, wasn't it? He was like, let's see if I
think he had a fairly high appearance. Sorry, I just had to find the pertinent article. Quivering Jade tells you that the girl named Choi Mei Ling, was sold to a close by flower girl house on 140 Lantern Street.
So
I
Leon,
thank her for her time, and I want to make it very adamant that I want to be in the same room where all the dangerous shit happen because I'm kinky like that.
Okay.
whatever Dorothy wants, I want as well.
All right.
And then while that's all getting arranged, we'll poke my head out, and hopefully I see one of my 3 companions that walked out immediately after we walked in, and say, you guys should try the one up the road, 140 Lantern Street.
Did you get a
ask for-
recommendation?
I'm gonna poke
Ask-
my head out the door and be like, I heard they have great food.
Ask for Choi Lin, whatever you said.
Choi Mei Ling.
Choi Lin Lin.
Why?
Good try.
Yeah.
Let me make it easy for you.
Ching
This is a
chang.
good one. This is an excellent commentary.
What am I mating?
Choi Mei Ling. Okay.
You sound like Google, like in trying
Holy
to
crap,
translate
guys.
stuff.
There's an
Main
ad
thing.
that just came up that says Calgary to Vancouver flight $82.
Whoa.
Apparently it's cheap as hell right now.
Go to
How-
Vancouver,
is that
boys.
relevant?
Yeah.
I was just making a comment, just pointing out there. Don't need to be so fucking rude.
Broke by immersion.
Fine. Boat trip in the air to
Zeppelin. Travel by Zeppelin.
yes. Leon had an appearance of 70.
Ooh, handsome boy.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dorothy and Richard, are you paying for the services of this young lady?
I'm not paying, but yeah, I'm gonna go.
I mean, I'm paying, but I'm going to the room where Dorothy's going.
Okay.
It's in my spending level. I can just your spending level is just like what you can spend without losing any of your other money, right?
Yeah. That's probably within your means since you're a rich person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she takes you guys up to the room where the murders happened. It's not her room, so she's a little apprehensive. There,
Always screen share for this part. Just bring up a site.
Yeah. So, in the room where the murders allegedly took place, you see the furniture has been completely destroyed. The walls, floor, and ceiling are splattered with blood. And she is very clearly uncomfortable showing you this room.
Does she speak English?
Yeah, it's the same girl you've been talking to.
Okay. Oh, wow. Maybe all these
Wait,
flyers.
what is that? Should I click on that? We're live.
No, it's fine. It's just a bunch of flyers.
Very apprehensive in even trying to look at this.
It's fine. It's clean.
I was
Anyway.
worried. I got scared.
Yeah.
I'll walk in and just kind of do a quick look around. See if I can find anything interesting just at a glance. And then I'll ask her, why haven't you cleaned this room yet?
Well, the incident happened but a few days ago, so there hasn't quite been time yet.
I see.
As you are having this conversation in this room, you hear shouting in Chinese from down the hallway, and an older looking woman who is presumably the proprietor of this establishment comes in and shouts at Quivering Jade in Shanghainese, and then looks at the rest of you. What are you doing in my establishment? Why are you in this room?
Paying
Well-
for your service.
I'm gonna like put my arm around Dorothy. Well, you see, my friend and I are looking for a good time, and well, between you and me, Miss Dorothy here has a kinky side that she loves to pursue.
I'm just running
The
my hand through
1920s.
some of the blood on the wall.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys. This fucking campaign was a mistake.
I think I hear my mom calling. I gotta go for the rest of the night.
To me, it's so cool.
I'm glad I left.
You'd see Auntie Guy looks very disgusted by this proposition.
He discussed the proprietor, as Jack put it. That's a
Brothel.
All right, you pay double for this room.
I think we may have paid much more than that.
You see, I dropped $20 here.
$20 US. Or no, you're proud. You're British, so. Or what are we doing in US? I don't even remember.
I think Jack and I decided that my money was in American.
It is.
Yes, to make things simplistic.
So the book doesn't tell me what these sorts of services would cost, and I'm not Googling it. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm just going to assume that that's a lot of money for this sort of thing. So
anything to get us
Yeah.
just through.
Auntie Guy is very skeptical, but she closes the door. It's like, fine, you have good time. And then she walks away. You can hear her footsteps down the hallway.
Did she come out of like an office or anything?
No, she was just you don't know, you were standing in the room.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys, are you actually going to have sex in this disgusting murder room?
No, I'm gonna go up to the young lady and be like, "Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Would you be willing to help us out in other ways? I promise there's money in here for you."
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, it doesn't seem like you particularly care for Miss, what's her name there that just came and yelled at you?
And Auntie Guy?
Auntie Guy. Yes, Auntie Guy. Sounds horrifying. It sounds like something we'd tell the children in the books at night to make them afraid.
Where are you going with this,
Yeah.
Richard?
Well, you don't seem to particularly get along with her. Am I correct?
She is the mistress of the house. I work for her. She is providing me with a safe roof over my head. And
But do you
employment.
like her?
She can be harsh at times.
Yes. Well, bosses have a way with things like that. Do you happen? Would you be willing to help us? Maybe sneak into her office, perchance. I promise you lots of money in it for you.
She does not have an office.
Where does she stay?
I'm still looking to look around the room.
Where are you guys going with this?
I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of Auntie Gee, so I'm gonna go investigate Auntie Gee.
Around the room. I know there was an American man staying here who wasn't paying, and that this chick was involved. I want to see if there's anything left behind by either of them. Under the bed, under a floorboard, fucking on a balcony. I don't just anything anywhere.
Make an intelligence roll for me, both of you.
I'm good at these.
Oh shit! So am I.
That is a hard success.
I just got regular success. How
Oh.
smart are you, Drew? Real quick, Jared or Richard.
I have an 80 in intelligence.
Oh, I got 90.
Oh shit! Dorothy's smarter than the doctor.
So,
Probably smarter than Harrison.
almost definitely.
Oh, not all our heroes are smarter than we are.
You guys get the impression that the murder that took place here was probably intended for the previous tenants of the room and not the two people who were actually murdered. So you're probably not going to find anything of interest to you in this room. You would want to track down perhaps the previous occupants.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to change my questioning with this young lady. Do you happen to know who owned this prior to the gentleman on the wall?
Yes, it was Troy Mei Ling, the person who was mentioned when you asked that question when you first got here.
Did I ask that question?
Someone
I
did.
did. It was me.
Okay. Well,
She had an American boyfriend who she called John, who stayed in the room for free, which is why she got kicked out.
And she's at the other establishment. Now.
Is there a balcony or an open window or something on this?
I don't know if there's
Why?
Probably
Why
not.
are we even?
There's a window.
I wanted to see the room.
We were originally gonna have sex. That's why.
Yeah.
I want to because there are reports of a giant bat. I want to look out and see if there's a
giant bat.
it's hanging upside down.
There it is! Oh my god!
There was one witness to the events that happened named Magenta Joy, who was the woman who said she saw the giant bat in the news article, which is what Quivering Jade tells you. It tells you that Magenta Joy is currently recovering in a hospital.
I might have to pay her a visit. All right, well, I mean, Richard, you paid for the hours. Anything you'd like to do? Or...
I'm gonna give this young lady another $20 because I'm hoping she'll get out of
Jesus
this
Christ.
lifestyle.
Quit trying to fix women.
She takes the money a little bit flabbergasted. That's a lot of money for her, but I don't know if it's enough money to leave this world behind.
Well, I'm gonna lean down to her and be like, "This is a start. Use this money wisely and to get a different job."
Make a persuasion roll.
Do you know what Bennett would have done for $20? You're just
Oh my
throwing
god!
it around.
I got it.
Yo,
I rolled a 4 and I needed a 10 because I have the base perception or persuade.
Wow, make sure you check that box off for next time
yeah.
you get to improve it.
Okay.
Bennett would have been our own personal prostitute for $20.
Literally.
In fact, Richard, you got a hard success.
Fuck yeah. Is she
She
persuaded?
She takes your words to heart. You can see it in her eyes as she's clutching the money that you just gave her. It will be hard, but I think you may be right. She walks out of the room with determination in her eyes. Also, based on the text, I think she might literally be the property of the Flower Girl house. I don't know how the politics of 1920s Shanghai brothels work, or if these girls are employees or slaves. But you know,
She's got $20 now.
she's got some money to her
I
name.
was going to do something else. She didn't walk out of the room, but oh well.
What were you going to do?
I was going to take my bloody hand and like leave a handprint on her boob and give her a kiss.
My fuck God.
We're not doing that.
I
So
try
that
to
doesn't
get her.
happen.
I try to get her a better life, and you try to fucking do that.
Also, this blood is like 4 days old. It's dry.
This is dried as shit. Just flaking off the walls.
Well, Richard, let's leave, and maybe our friends found some luck at the one down the street.
Ah, yes, good idea.
God, if Dorothy was alive in the 21st century, she'd be one of those like weird true crime girls who wants to fuck Jeffrey Dahmer.
She is. Bill's
Like
Harrison Dodge.
It's like the forensics person from Brooklyn Nine-Nine who has like the dead body fetish or whatever it is.
Oh. Okay, so you reconvene with the rest of the group outside.
Oh, they didn't go. They were just.
You just told us to go to another brothel, and not even. I'm not.
I told you to go to another brothel and look for a person with a name.
For all I know, you just got a really good recommendation. You're just like doing a favor for the homies. Like I don't know what that means.
This is our brothel, but go to a
Yeah.
We don't do that here. Here's a referral.
All right, we step outside and let's
Did
see.
you ever get a doctor's note from a prostitute?
What are you doing here?
All right, we're waiting for you.
What do you mean?
I told you to go find this woman.
I don't have needs that need to be serviced.
Oh, neither do
I'm
I.
12.
I know.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
want to point out that I might have changed a lady's life by giving her money to pursue a new life.
That's excellent, Richard.
Nothing happened.
You fucking
My
came out
mom?
of the brothel after
What?
about 5-10 minutes, and you're like, I changed her life by giving her money.
I love how you guys have left a path of destruction and death in your wake everywhere you go. You have left every place worse than you found it. And then Richard hands a woman $20 and is like, I'm such a good person.
Anyway, that was the woman who was harboring an American man in her room. She got kicked out. I told you this is her new place. We were going to look up the room, and you were going. Wasn't this obvious?
Why? You
I
didn't
was just
say
trying
that.
to get in there. I thought you would pick up on subtext. Never mind. Let's go to another brothel.
Well, you guys are experts now,
Yay.
so
I'm the expert in freeing people from
I-
brothels.
You walk down the street to 140 Lantern Street, and there is indeed another Flower Girl house.
And there you see the girl with $20 applying for another job.
Christ.
Should you go work at the Seamen's Club?
Fuck!
As you walk inside and try to find something, you find a man wearing a Taoist robe with a bunch of occult Chinese symbols on it, and like a Chinese style round cap. Hello, what can I get for you today, my friends?
Well, we got a referral.
Taoist robe.
Our good man Charles here had a referral for this lady.
Yes, see, it's his birthday.
Hmm, I
Please.
And
see.
we heard about this woman. Where is it? Choi Mei Ling.
Ah, he spits on the ground. The bitch
Oh,
abandoned me recently. She ran away with her American boyfriend.
oh, that's unfortunate. Did she leave anything behind? Or do you think she went somewhere else?
No, she is just gone. But if you find her, bring her back to me. I can offer you some money for her return.
Will
That
do.
doesn't take a psychology roll to know that this guy is a scumbag who does not treat his employees very well.
Do you know
Still,
anything about the American?
No. Apparently his name was John, but I didn't want him in my establishment. And she vanished soon after she came into my employment.
I'm gonna like lean into him, lean over towards him, and be like, "Well, do you happen to know anyone that would help us find her? That Charles over there looked pretty interested in that reward you were talking about."
It's my birthday.
Make either a persuasion or a fast talk roll. One of you can make it with a bonus die, or you can each roll separately.
Peter.
I can do fast talk.
Okay, I'll give you the bonus die. I don't think I can roll my luck twice on persuade and come out
I-
on top.
Fucking
I
killed
rolled
me
a
with
tens
that.
die,
It's my
right?
birthday comment.
Yeah, that's the one you re-roll.
All right, just a normal success.
Well, success. I don't know who might know where she's gone, but as I said, I can give you a little bit of cash, some spending money if you bring her back to me. She would have left in the last few days. Ask around, maybe there's someone who knows of this American.
Do any of your girls know anything? Were any of them particularly close with them?
You could ask.
To the girls.
That's your guys' field of expertise, so.
No, Charles,
It's your
it's your birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, son.
Thank you.
Come in with us. Let's go. Let's go ask around.
Yes, let's. I'm so excited.
As we're walking, I go, Charles, it's your birthday?
No, it's not my birthday.
What?
Shh, it's fine.
All right, so you're going to ask around some of the girls at this brothel. Is there any particular information you're trying to find out?
Just if they know, like, if he was staying somewhere else, or because I'm assuming, or if they know where she would, like, anywhere she goes frequently when she's not working. I guess that they might have gone together.
Yeah, they don't really have that information.
Do we?
They figure that she would have run away with him. So if you find where he's staying, you'll probably find her.
Do we have any pictures of the Carlisle expedition still?
So there was one that Clyde had in his possession that he got from the Cairo Bulletin. That's kind of considered general clues. So I would say you probably still have that somewhere in your possession.
We show the picture of the girls and see if they can point out the guy.
Yeah. So you show them the picture of the Carlisle expedition, and they point out Jack Brady as
Big brain.
as resembling the man who is seen poking around.
It's all coming together. I'm gonna look into her old room too to see if there's anything in there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you take a quick peek around, but nothing of interest.
I'm gonna take Pip out of the brothel.
Okay, good call.
Do I know when Pip's birthday is?
I don't know when anyone's birthday is. I don't know if anyone's ever decided what your
I
birthdays are.
I had a birthday for my last character. I don't know if I have one for Dorothy.
He doesn't remember. He hasn't had a birthday since his parents died.
Is there like a food stand
Rough.
outside?
Yeah, there's street food that you can get.
Okay, I'd like to buy Pip a street something that like resembles some sort of like pastry or like dessert.
There might be something like that. I would imagine
No
it's
cheese.
mostly like cooked meats or something like that, but you might be able to find some sort of like weird pastry on a stick or
Okay,
something.
I'm gonna buy said pastry on a stick, and I'm gonna be like, Pip, today we're gonna dedicate it as your birthday.
Thank you for the stick pastry.
Don't worry, Pip. There's much more to come. When we get back to the UK, your birthday will be extravagant.
But it'll be in one year. On April 26, 1926. So enjoy the stick pastry today because you're not getting anything. You're not getting another birthday for a year.
Can make Pip a man today.
What?
What? That wasn't Dorothy. That was me.
It's even worse.
Pip's birthday. Making a note of that.
Good note.
Okay. So, you think you've got more or less all the information you can get from the brothels on Lantern Street, and I hope to never come back to them again.
Me too.
But we were kind of left with the dead end. Hey? We were just like, she left a couple days ago.
There's not much information you can discern, although you were given the location of the hospital where Magenta Joy is recovering.
Yes, Magenta Joy. She saw the bat creature in the paper. Maybe we should follow up with her. Where's the hospital in relation to our next stop?
Well, our next stop was going to be like real close to us.
I don't have a location
Shingling
for the
Road?
hospital, so I'm just going to say that it's a clinic nearby, is where she was taken.
Well, let's finish with this and then head to Chingling Road, yeah?
I agree.
Go to the clinic.
So you guys head over to the clinic, and you're led inside, and you are shown to a small bedroom where a young girl is recovering.
How young? Like
Richard.
Yep.
How young is the girl? Like child
Well,
young?
she's
or
no. She was working as a prostitute as well, so she's probably early 20s. You immediately see that whatever she saw shook her up quite a bit. Richard, you especially are quite familiar with people who are quite mentally shaken with your time in the field. You can see she's muttering to herself in Shanghainese and seems to be struggling quite a bit, sort of shaking around in her bed. She seems to be quite mentally unstable.
I would like to try to calm her with my knowledge in psychology and everything.
Make a psychoanalysis roll.
That is a failure.
Failure.
Can I help with that?
Do you have any points in the psychoanalysis skill?
No, I have points in psychology though.
This is a psychoanalysis roll, so
Okay.
Yeah, I did not was not successful.
you can push the roll.
If it was for psychology, I think I would, but psychoanalysis, I think it's too low for me to push it. I have a much greater chance of failing it than I do succeeding it.
What's your psychoanalysis skill?
My psychoanalysis skill is only 20. My psychology skill is really high.
No. Probably should have put more points in that psychoanalysis skill.
I probably should, but I kind of figured when I was like using my knowledge of psychology to calm her down, it would use a psychology roll, not a psychoanalysis roll.
I would say on an extreme success, you can use psychology.
Would it still count as pushing the roll?
Nope.
Okay, I'll try doing that. I'll try getting a extreme success. No.
I could try for psychology too, if you'll allow.
It'll be an extreme success for you as well.
Sure. Let's give it a shot. Ooh, so close. Nope. I was 5 off.
Use luck. Use luck. Use luck.
I think I have it.
You could use 5 luck points.
I have 1 left. I can't push anything.
You have
Well,
1 luck point
I
left?
have 1 luck point left.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about
It's from the
her seeing
shootout
that.
in the mountain when you killed the boss person there.
If I'm looking at like how things are circled here, there was one session where I or a couple sessions in a row, or one session where I consecutively used like 10 or 15 luck points to push a roll.
Right.
I'll just sit next to her bed and then try to listen intently on what she's murmuring. Although I guess I don't speak the language, so never mind.
Yeah. There's not much that you can gain from this meeting of minds at the moment. So, unfortunately, it's gonna be it's not gonna be anything you can discern from talking to Magenta Joy.
Are there any drugs that I would be aware of being in psychology and neuroscience that might help calm her? Like we can't, but might calm her?
Oh, I don't know. Baby?
Well, I'm just thinking like maybe I can get them to give her something that'll like calm her down, or maybe I'll flag down like a doctor.
You could make a science pharmacy roll if you have any points in the pharmacy skill.
I have a little
Intimidator,
bit of
calm down.
holy shit. I have a little bit of points, so I'll try that.
I'm just gonna hold her hand and like gently stroke it.
And if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go see if I can flag down a doctor.
Okay.
Hey, okay, no, wait. So if I get a 0 and then a 20, what is that? Is that a 30?
Yeah, that's a 30, by the way, we read dice.
Okay, well that is my thing, and if I meet my number for pharmacy, then it's a success.
Yeah. You have 30 in the pharmacy skill?
That's what I have written here. I don't know.
Oh. And it's under science pharmacy, right?
Yeah, because I have biology and pharmacy written down.
Oh, but there you go. Yeah, if you meet your skill, it counts as a success.
Okay. Is there any drugs that I can give her?
You could use laudanum.
Okay.
Laudanum would probably calm her down. That's kind of a common one.
I'm just gonna give her, yeah.
So you give her a hefty dose of laudanum, and like her eyes roll back a little bit, and she is drugged out, but she calms down quite a bit, and she speaks in very, very slow English back to you guys. She explains how she was working at this flower girl house before the attack, and how she had met her new one of her new coworkers, I suppose.
Wait, Jack, pause.
What?
Pause. I was like looking at my biology at like next to my pharmacy.
Right.
And I think I might have just written the wrong number in the wrong. Like I wrote it. I think I accidentally wrote it somewhere else and then wrote it into hard for my biology.
Okay.
So pause that. I did not. I don't know what I would have in pharmacy. I just like the fact that my biology is a 35 and then my I feel like I might have just accidentally written in. I don't know. I don't remember. It's there, but I don't remember it, and I feel like I don't know.
Have you sent me your
I don't think I
character
have.
sheet before?
I don't think I have because the day that I was gonna miss, we ended up not doing it anyways. Maybe I
And a
did.
cheater would say.
Exposed.
No, a cheater would have. A cheater would have continued with the ruse.
Yeah, cheater would have shot someone point blank.
You sent me a copy of your character sheet about a year ago, and you had no points in pharmacy, so there's almost no way possible for you to have gotten 30 points in pharmacy.
Then that's what it was. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought that's what it was then.
Okay.
Yep. I will erase that so that doesn't happen. I don't know why I even have it written down then.
It's on your character
because
sheet.
it's one of the suggested skills for a doctor, I think. So you wrote it down as one of the sciences that you could potentially have.
Oh, okay. I'll just gonna get rid
but
of
I don't think you put any points into it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. We're good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Magenta Joy is still convulsing in the bed sheets of the hospital, and she is in a bad mental state, and you cannot get any information from her.
Well, that's all my ideas. Someone else can write.
Can I fighting brawl her to get the information out?
What am I threatening her with my gun?
Snap out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Tell me what I need to know.
I don't think that's going to work.
Damn.
She.
But you do have other leads to follow up on. This isn't your only lead in town.
Yep, let's go to Chingling Road.
Yep.
To the Garden of the Purple Clouds.
Well, before we leave, can I try to intimidate her to calm down?
Yeah.
All right.
Roll for it.
I doubt it would go well, but
What's your intimidation skill?
it's base 15.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll see.
Can I give him a bonus die? Because I have a really high intimidation.
I'll allow it.
Like a father standing behind his son.
Oh no, where'd it go? 8. Nope. So bonus die, I would re-roll the 10s die, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was worse. No. I'm just
Okay.
yelling at her.
She begins screaming. She begins screaming at the top of her lungs and sobbing uncontrollably in her bed. Several orderlies run down the hall and begin chasing you all out of the clinic as you have just caused one of...
Well, whiff that one.
Okay.
Mr. Lungs? Does that
Yes. So Mr. Lung's house is a few blocks away. That's the closest area. And then Chinling Road is kind of on the other side of town from where you guys are right now. So it would take you quite a bit of time to get there.
All right,
Then,
let's go to Mr. Lungman.
okay.
Inquire about the ad.
So, you make your way down the street towards Mr. Lung's house. When you get to the address marked on the advertisement, you see a house with a few mystical symbols outside and a few wooden signs, sort of carved and which are hanging, which bear Chinese symbols on them, which you guys can't read. And also, sort of pawing at the door and circling around the outside of the house is a Siamese cat.
I'm gonna pet the cat.
Yeah, Pip, you still have your Amulet of Bast. I think you're the only party member that still has one, and the cat seems to really take a liking to you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
it's purring and circling around your legs. It seems to be really enjoying your company.
I'm gonna just chill here for a bit.
All right. So, the rest of you, are you going to knock on the door?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. So, you guys knock on the door, and a few moments later, an older Chinese gentleman wearing a silk cap and with a goatee approaches you. Ah, hello, hello. Welcome. Have you come for my services?
We're looking for answers.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What's my fortune?
Give me a psychology roll, Richard, as you're talking to these people or to this man.
That is a regular success.
Regular success. This man is putting on his best face, but he seems to be somewhat. He seems to be concerned about something. Seems that he's not all right, and is kind of nervous about talking to you all.
I'm gonna look around. Is there anything that would that looks like, I don't know, out of place, or someone's been here recently other than us?
In his house.
Yeah.
Make a spot hidden roll.
Okay. That is a fail. Never mind. Fail.
Fail. There's a partition that separates the rest of his house from the main entranceway, so you can't get a good look inside just yet.
I'm just gonna observe for now then, just for a bit.
Yeah. So give me 1 second here. As you guys are all standing at the threshold of the house, and you walk into the door, the cat, which was previously shouting and pawing at the door to get inside, runs towards the door away from Pip and is trying to get inside.
Does Mr. Lung try to stop it at all? Does he have a reaction to that?
He's already walked inside slightly,
Okay.
and is sort of not paying attention. As you all walk in, the cat attempts to get in the door as well. When he does see it, he does attempt to slam the door in its face. We will see whether or not he is successful. Oh yeah, easily. The cat makes it inside the house before Mr. Lung is able to close the door. Pip, are you going to stay outside now that the cat has gone in?
No, I'm going in. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
join the group pretty quick, anyways.
All right. So you all make it into the house, and the cat has come with you.
Nice.
Is the cat headed in any sort of direction? Is it going to a room or anything?
The cat's kind of sticking around you guys at the moment.
Is this your cat?
No, this must belong to one of my neighbors. Must be one of their pets. I do not like cats most of the time. But please come in. You can see through the foyer of the house there are different talismans and things hanging from the ceiling. Lots of wooden charms and paper talismans, at the entrance hall before you get into the main room. Anyone can make an occult roll. In fact, why don't you all just make an occult roll for me at the start of this, and we'll consider that.
Nope, not even close.
Same for me.
Nope. Not
Oh,
even.
what kind of roll?
Extreme success.
Occult.
Occult.
All right, I forgot you have a decent occult score.
Like
Yeah.
occult, like the word like starts with an A, or it's a
Oh,
cult
oh,
roll.
OCCULT.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see this anywhere. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I rolled pretty well. What I rolled and what my base is both added to 100, so that's like bonus, right?
That's a
Sounds
fumble.
like it.
Oof.
Well, I mean, if you rolled a 100, that's a fumble.
I rolled a 95.
And what's you're at the base level in the skill, right?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, so that's a fumble.
Yeah.
Gunter, you do not understand anything in this house. You look around at like some of the various talismans and stuff like that, and one he like gets caught on your shirt, and you like rip a bunch of them down accidentally, and they all clatter to the ground in a shower of wood and paper.
Nice.
Ooh. Ooh.
Thank you for that.
I got an extreme success. Do I
Taco,
notice anything
taco.
special? Or was it destroyed?
Before it was torn out of the roof, there was. It looks like there's a significance to a lot of these that are hanging from the ceiling. These are a lot of amulets that are designed to ward off demons and prevent them from moving any further in Chinese occultism. So, as you all make your way inside the house, you can see that it opens up into a large living space. Let me see if I can get a map for you.
Oh, heck yeah. Not a bad apartment.
No, not too bad at all. So, you all enter into the main living space of the apartment, following Mr. Lung. Yep, you would probably notice this. The cat does not follow you any further than the main entranceway.
Demon kitty.
It is currently sitting in front of the talismans that Gunter knocked over, and it seems unable to move any further.
That's
Unwilling
weird.
to move any further.
That's weird.
So we're just standing outside his house right now, right?
No,
You're in his house now.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, sorry.
So, would you tell me my fortune?
Yes, please. Come this way. He walks further into the house, and you can see, Dorothy, that he's arranged the furniture in his house in such a way that it calls to mind feng shui, the sort of Chinese art of manipulating the spiritual essence in the room for the purposes of warding things away. You can see that the cat has not come any further, but you are all able to walk through the room completely fine. Make another psychology check on Mr. Lung for me.
Me? Sure.
That
Yeah, Dorothy and Richard, or anyone
Anyone
who has anyone who has psychology.
that's an extreme success.
Extreme
God damn it!
success.
I'm getting shitty rolls.
I just got a hard success.
As you guys are progressing further and further into the house, Mr. Lung is getting more and more anxious and paranoid and nervous, but he's trying hard to disguise it.
I'm gonna can I try looking around again to see if I see anything like as if someone's like here or like any signs that someone might be in the house.
Sure, yeah, you can make a spot hidden check.
Come on.
And as he
I
sits
failed.
me down
I
and,
failed that
does whatever he's gonna do, I want to close my eyes like I'm really getting into the moment and like ready
So
to
he
receive my
hasn't
fortune.
sat you down yet to read your fortune.
Okay.
He's purposely on a hard success. He's purposely stalling and is trying to like lead you through his apartment. You see further on in the room, he has various tiger scrolls, which you also recognize as having high spiritual importance to Chinese mysticism, Dorothy, and that he is now behind those.
Are you expecting many spirits?
I do not know what you mean.
I've studied all of these. It's to ward away bad omens.
Oh. Please come further back. Come into my office.
Of course.
That was awkward.
He gestures you all back to the room at the far back, which you can see is up a small flight of stairs.
Okay.
Richard, what did you get on your spot hidden roll?
I failed. I got an
You
82.
failed. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Hmm.
He opens up the doorway at the top of the stairs. Please go in. Have a seat.
Very well. Then I'll go in and I'll sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that there's a little bit of furniture and equipment in the back room. Look like various charts for reading the Chinese zodiac and very complicated occult symbology. There are no windows, and the whole room is covered in black drapes embroidered with stars and constellations. You had an extreme success on your occult, right, Dorothy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you recognize all 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, and on an extreme success, you realize that Mr. Lung practices Zhu Wei, which is a very, very like esoteric style of Chinese astrology and fortune telling, which
Like
is
Zue
quite
Mama.
weird. Yeah, Zhu Wei Mama, you got it.
And he's just waiting outside the room.
At the current moment, yes.
Okay.
Have you made yourselves comfortable?
Yes, I haven't seen anyone perform the Zue style of palm or fortunes. So I'm very interested to see what you have to say.
Hmm. He's gonna look very quizzically into the room. What did you say your name was?
Oh, my name is Dorothy.
I see. You seem quite knowledgeable about these things.
Well, it's just a fascination of mine. You see, I don't know if you've ever heard of Harrison Dodge, but he's kind of a learned man, a scholar, and I follow his works and tried to follow in his footsteps. And wow, I just love learning.
Make a persuade roll, Dorothy, with a bonus die.
I just fucking love learning, dude.
Just fucking love it so hard. No, I don't have anything persuade.
Persuade or charm would
Oh,
work.
fuck yeah, I'll take charm.
Imagine any time Dorothy talks about Harrison, she's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I succeeded.
Mr. Long cautiously enters into the room and sits down at the table with you. Eyes you all quizzically. You are
I
not.
close my eyes and I listen real hard for any sort of noise.
You are not the demons that have been sent for me, are you?
Demon.
Yes. I have read
No.
the signs. One of my competitors has set a demon upon me to take me out of business.
I might be a demon.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, ah, that explains why you were so antsy as soon as we came in.
A smaller one said that he may be a demon.
No, he's my child.
He's not an imagination. I did notice that the cat was stopped at after my friend knocked your thing to the ground. It had moved past that point.
Of course.
Why would anyone set a demon after you? Surely this isn't a extremely competitive industry.
One of the other astrologers in town has, well, he perceived some slight against his character at my hands, and he's not taken the insult lightly, shall we say. But you said the cats did not follow further.
I just picked that up as I was studying the piece that fell to the ground.
Mr. Long is going to get up from the table and walk all the way across his house, and you can kind of watch him if you stand up and look out the door.
Yeah, I'll kind of follow.
Yeah, and you sit there at the front of the house, and you can see that the Siamese cat is now pawing at the door to get out and yowling, and it is not very happy to be in here right now.
Can I take the piece that was on the ground and like throw it towards the cat?
Yeah, absolutely. So you take the charms and you throw them at the cat, and the cat lets out a visceral scream as the cats touch them, and you see that the cat begins to shift and change and grow into a grotesque size, as this cat is definitely a demon of some kind.
It's a flurkin. Yeah, it's a cool one.
Dorothy!
I'm gonna scream and run backwards behind as many charms as I can get.
Dorothy!
I'm gonna like take out my gun.
I'm gonna grab
What
them.
was the weapon dealio in Shanghai?
Sorry?
What's the weapon dealio in Shanghai?
Well, you can't like open carry like firearms or anything like that, but anything you can hide on your person is fair game.
How about like a scimitar? Are they okay with me just carrying around a scimitar?
Probably not.
It's for religious reasons.
All right, I got my knives.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip out my revolver.
I'm gonna run up to the like safety room that we were just in with all of the constellations on the wall. I'm not gonna go in, but I'll just like hang out by the door and like look around the corner.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Lung is going to follow you up there. He runs across the house and is with you now, Dorothy.
Can I shoot
Holy
the cat?
fuck, you were kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. Richard, take a shot at the cat.
Okay. Firearms. Okay. That is a regular success.
Regular success. You see the bullet impacts the back of this Siamese demon cat, and it like doesn't phase it whatsoever.
Is there a window in the room?
I would like to say I'm gonna like turn and be like, everyone, I have a solution for this, but I need you to defend me for 30 minutes.
Is there a window?
Yeah, there's a window.
Pip's gonna toss a fucking chair through the window and start getting the fuck out.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck
I'm
that.
gonna run up to the charms room where everyone else is, and I'm gonna start casting the spell for the fire vampire.
I mean, you can certainly try to do that.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit in the
All
room
right.
with the charms, and I'm gonna try casting the fire with Dorothy and the other guy between me and the cat.
All right.
You want to summon, like, I don't know what you're doing, but you want to summon a demon in a room that's like warded against demons?
Well, I'm gonna summon a demon. He comes from the sky. Remember, I can like he'll summon somewhere near us. He won't necessarily summon exactly where I am.
So this cat demon wrenches across the partition. It has successfully now navigated the first set of charms, which Mr. Lung set up. Pardon me. It rolled very poorly on its initial power roll, but now it's doing okay. So Richard, Mr. Lung, and Dorothy are all in the upstairs room. Pip is climbing out a window. Gunter, what are you doing?
Gunter feels like shit, so he's just gonna chill and do nothing.
You're just chilling in the room with the cat
Yeah.
demon?
Yep. He
Okay.
feels so unwell. He just doesn't feel like doing anything.
Okay. Drew, what's your dexterity? Or Gunter?
65.
65.
Also, that's definitely code for man. I feel like actual like dog shit.
Sorry to hear
Poor
that.
dude.
So,
But
Gunter,
also,
Gunter, you are face to face with the cat demon. It looks ready to bear down on you and do
Nice.
some serious damage. Is there anything you'd like to do?
can I dodge?
Not
Or I guess
without
it
being
doesn't really
attacked
attack.
first. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Uh,
have a higher dexterity than it right now. So
Oh, okay.
you're moving first in initiative.
Come up to the
Gotcha.
star room.
Gotcha. Yeah, I want to get the fuck away from
In
it.
fact, Mr. Lung is shouting for you all to get up to the room.
I'll do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So you're gonna flee combat.
You bet.
The cat is going to come after you. Pip, you are in the street.
You little bitch.
The cat demon never seemed interested in you, Pip.
I knew I could trust him.
Yeah.
I think it might have something to do with the amulet from the goddess of cats that you have.
Fuck yeah. It's a good amulet.
Yeah. So,
I had one of those.
Then I'm just like looking through the window like,
Dorothy and Richard, and Charles, in fact, what are your dexterities?
60.
65.
And mine's 40.
Hey.
poor Charles.
He tries.
He's not as dexterous as he was in his younger age. I don't know how old he is.
He's old enough.
How old is he?
He's 36. He's starting to feel old.
I'm
Okay.
45.
Yeah, but I was a circus guy, so I was like, very physical.
I was in the
You did
war.
lots of flips and shit.
You didn't have to do any flips in the
Probably
war.
a medic.
That
You're
would have been a
probably
real
sitting in a
battle.
tent the whole time.
Sorry, who said 45?
No, mine's 40.
40. Gotcha. Gunter.
It never came up,
Yeah.
but
Dorothy, you're 65 as well, right?
yes,
Okay.
it never came up in Clyde's backstory. But he dodged the draft for World War One. He never went.
There were a few times when you got antsy about it when people were talking about it.
Yeah.
Where you didn't want people to know.
Yeah, I got antsy. I didn't talk about it. I very obviously pushed the subject aside.
It makes it through this. He's not getting a happy ending. He's dying during World War II.
Nice.
Fuck.
All right. So top of the round, the cat demon enters into the room that you're all in currently.
Enters the room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still casting my spell.
No.
Dorothy's running to the back
Sorry.
corner.
Sorry. Let me roll for it first. The cat demon has a pretty high power, so it will make its way across the apartment eventually.
What is power related to?
Your magical skill and your ability to resist magic.
Okay.
So all the stuff that Mr. Lung set up was to repel demons. The cat is using its power score to navigate the apartment, essentially.
Damn.
While the cat is doing that, I'm gonna turn to Mr. Lung. And be like, what do we do? What do we do?
And then we all leave, and he points at a rope that he has tied to the wall. Pull the last person out, pull that rope, and close the door with it inside. That should kill it. Just lure it into this room.
I think it's coming.
And sure enough, the cat demon makes its way into the room.
I'm gonna go by the rope.
Okay. That's at the front of the door. So if you're at the rope, you're going to be right next to the demon cat.
Damn it, I wish Pip had left. Didn't give a fuck about Pip. Okay,
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay by the rope.
Okay.
No, I didn't give it. No, not the Dorothy didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
The demon cat didn't give a fuck about it.
So top of initiative, we have a 3-way tie with 3 people who have 65. Mr. Lung, Gunter, and Dorothy.
Dang.
So Dorothy, you were kind of going first, so you're currently sitting next to the rope.
Yeah, I'll run to the rope and I'll try to get as far away from the door as possible while still being within reach of the rope.
The cat demon is now inside of the room, so you can maybe reach the rope, but it might be a dangerous thing to do.
We were supposed to close the door and pull the rope.
Pull the rope and close the door with the demon inside.
Can I try to close the door first? Does it swing out into the room? Like, whereabouts is this demon?
The demon is in the room with you all currently. You could probably close the door if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll close the door.
Okay, you close the door.
Can I also pull the rope at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Close the door, pull the rope. That's what I was told to do.
With us
You-
all
you-
in there?
You pull the rope.
Are you a
You
demon?
pulled-
Are you gonna die?
You pull the rope, and the black curtains, which have fenced off all of the walls, drop down to the floor, and you can see there are dozens upon dozens of mirrors inside of here, reflecting back at you. There's probably over 50 mirrors laying across the walls and hung up on the walls. which are just reflecting inwards in strange angles all over the place. As you do that, Mr. Long says, "No, you must wait! It is dangerous for us as well." Too late.
Because I already did it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I panicked. I didn't think any of this was real.
Gunter, roll a D100 for me, please.
D100.
We were given instructions.
This is the first time Dorothy has ever seen any of this. All right, she's freaked out. She heard pull the rope, close the door,
I don't know
and
if you
that
can
was
see
it.
that.
Drew, I can't see that. Just tell me what it is.
I'm sorry. I rolled a 00 and a 5.
Okay,
Nice.
5.
I just,
Alright.
last time when I rolled like crazy, you were like, I'm just gonna check your dice. So I go, I'll just show you. My camera clear doesn't have good enough resolution.
All right. So you go first. You go before Mr. Lung.
All right.
What would
should
you
I
like to do? What would you like to do? You are in the room.
Is there the evil demon still in here?
Yep.
Has anyone attacked it yet?
Yeah,
tried.
Richard shot it.
Did nothing.
Did it take? Do we know if it got hurt?
I didn't roll damage, so no, it didn't take damage.
Oh, okay. Fuck it, I'll shoot this thing.
All right. First, I need you to make a power roll.
Okay.
How's my spell coming along, Jack?
33 on 40.
Are you still trying to cast it?
Oh,
It
you
takes-
better believe I am.
Jared,
Yep.
it takes like an hour to cast.
Oh, I thought it was 30 minutes. Okay, well, maybe I won't cast it.
Yeah, 59 minutes, 38 seconds left.
Gunter, what did you roll for power?
33 on 45.
So that's a regular success.
Correct.
You need a hard success. Please permanently reduce your power score by 5.
I'd like to push my roll. Fuck. Can I do that?
This isn't a skill roll. This is you
Oh.
are trying to resist the effects
Oh,
of the magical room of mirrors, which is draining you for 5 power points each round.
Oh, I
if you
see.
don't make a hard power roll.
so I can't at whatever use luck.
You can use luck to get it to a hard success.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, I don't know if I worded that correctly.
Yeah, but typically on like rolls against effects, you can't push them.
I don't know. So what does pushing them do?
Pushing is rolling a second time and taking
Oh.
the outcome no matter what happens.
Oh, no,
Using
I don't
luck
wanna do
is
that.
different
Yeah.
from pushing.
Okay, hold on. So does the power thing have anything to do with me shooting?
No, this is completely
Oh.
separate.
Okay, never mind. I'll take the damage or whatever. I'll take the hit.
So your power score is permanently reduced by 5.
Okay. So now I would like to shoot the thing
Okay. Make a firearms roll.
with my Mauser.
Okay.
I rolled a 0, and a 7.
Excellent. The bullet impacts the creature and does nothing.
Oh, there you go.
Even James Bond can't help.
Hunter,
Man, so when you said that I didn't roll damage, you meant you hit the shot, you just didn't roll damage. I thought you just fucking missed.
Nope.
Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking shoot it again. I'm
Okay.
pissed. I'm gonna shoot it again. Gunter's pissed. He's like, "What the fuck?"
if you have a penalty die for shooting more than once in a round,
It just means I roll again, right?
you roll the 10s die twice.
Yeah.
Drew, I'm going to tell you, you're not doing anything. Like, you take 3 shots at it, they all hit.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
All right. Sick.
I'm not even going to make you roll for it.
Okay.
The bullets do nothing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mr. Lung, it's now his turn. He rolls a 9 on his power roll, so he doesn't lose any power. He's going to sprint to the door, open it, and run out. Mr. Lung is exiting combat.
What was the demon's reaction to all the mirrors being unveiled?
We'll get to that on its turn.
Okay.
But it does not look to be doing very good.
Yeah, I'm translating that as like he's not stoked about it.
Mhm. Richard, it's your turn. I need you to make a hard power roll.
That is a. So I need to get a hard success.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I succeeded on that.
you got a hard success on your power
Yep.
roll.
Yep.
Okay, you do not lose any points of power.
And I would like to run out the door too.
Good choice. Richard, you are out of combat. It is now the cat's turn. Gunter, Dorothy, and Charles are all still in the room with it. It is writhing in pain from the mirrors. I need you each to roll a d100 for me.
Uh-oh.
This cat is coming down with me.
You're rolling damage.
I rolled a 0, 0, and a 4.
Dang.
I got an 87.
I got an even 80.
So, Charles, as you're standing in the room, close to the door, cat's going to take a swing at you.
How rude.
Stupid.
No
kitty.
respect.
That's going to be a regular success. Would you like to dodge or fight back?
I will dodge.
Okay.
Good call. That's a good call.
Make a dodge roll for me.
Oh, baby. That's a hard success.
Hard success. So, Charles, on a hard success, you successfully dodge out of the way as the demon claws out at you. You manage to go up against one of the mirrors and you break one of them in the process as you duck out of the way.
Acceptable losses.
The cat demon gets 2 attacks per round. I need everyone to roll another d100 for me.
Even me or
No, not
No,
the,
you're
only
out.
the people still in the room.
okay.
78.
44.
41. 41 for Gunter.
41. Dorothy, the cat demon turns and looks at you with its glowing red eyes. It sees that you're the one that made that opened up this infernal
Oh,
trap
jeez.
for it. Um, 27 is going to be a hard success on its fighting brawl roll.
I'll try to dodge, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, it's big 84.
Ooh. So, Dorothy, the cat manages to sink its claws into your stomach. How many hit points do you have?
12.
12. You take 11 points of damage.
Oh. Oh my god.
As the claw retracts, there's a spray of blood across some of the mirrors in the room.
Like
I
a
need you to make
Quentin
it-
Tarantino film.
Dorothy, I need you to make a Constitution roll.
Con.
Like the scene in Kill Bill where they're in that like Chinese.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
1 away from a hard success.
Regular success.
A regular success, yeah.
You're
But
still
if I-
conscious.
Okay.
But you do have a major wound, though.
No.
You have a
obviously.
very major wound.
Yeah.
I buy bikinis.
Charles, it's
Can I
your
buy
turn.
any potentially future family, probably.
So power roll.
Power roll. Oh yes, power roll for you.
That's a normal success.
Normal success. You needed a hard success. Please lower your power by 5 points.
Rip. All right, now I'm gonna flee the room.
Easy enough to do. The door is wide open. Charles, you get the fuck out of there. Dorothy, top of the round. You go first.
Power.
Make a power roll for me.
Fail.
Fail.
I mean, it's a regular success, but I needed a hard.
Yeah. Yeah. You lose 5 points of power.
Sweet. I'm gonna head most of the way out of the room and then wait for Gunther. And as soon as he's out, I'm gonna slam the door.
Okay. Sounds good. Gunter. Top of the round, what would you like to do?
I would like to fucking leave.
I need you to make a power roll first.
That is gonna be a 10 and a 0 on 40. No, yeah, on 40. So that's definitely a hard success.
All right. Gunter is out of the room. Dorothy, you slam the door shut and lock it, and you can hear the demon squealing from inside. It seems to be in a great deal of pain.
I collapse on the other side of the door,
Yeah,
holding my stomach.
you are holding your stomach and you are bleeding profusely all over the floor.
I would like to do a medicine check.
First aid first.
Or first aid, yeah. That is a regular success.
Okay.
What happens if
And-
another person does a first aid check?
You mean other than Richard?
Yeah, like does it stack at all? Or can
Oh
you
no,
stack
you can only make one first aid and one
Okay.
medicine check, so it's best to just have your best physician
Okay.
do it. All right, Dorothy, you regain 1 hit point from the first aid. And over the next few minutes, as I'm sure Richard is going to make a medicine check as well.
Yep. That is a hard success.
So roll 1d3, and Dorothy gets that many hit points back.
That is a 5, so that is a 2.
It's 3.
Or that's a 3, sorry. I was thinking like, never mind. Ignore me. 3.
All right, you went from having 1 hit point to having 5.
Nice.
Still have a major wound though.
Yeah. I'm gonna go join the streaming bat lady in the hospital.
Yeah.
Dorothy, are you okay?
I'm
Oh!
back.
You see Pip.
Fuck!
Pip crawls back in through the window. Oh. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for saving us all. Mr. Lung says to you, is there any way I can repay you?
Get me to a fucking hospital.
Oh, Dorothy, I will take care of you. You're fine.
No.
Dorothy, you're already feeling much better. I know
I'm
it.
feeling. I appreciate that. I am. But I want machines. I want modern technology and some alcohol.
After a few minutes, the screaming subsides, and there's no sound coming from the mirror room any longer.
Should we go take a look?
I want to check it out.
Is there a smell?
Maybe give it like 5 minutes.
We don't want to let it cook too much.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
Okay.
It should have been banished back from whence it came. As you guys unlock the door and open it up, there's a small draft of smoke and the smell of sulfur that comes from inside the room, but there is no longer any creature.
The demon is gone.
That was no cat.
Please, allow me to read your fortunes for free, as remuneration for your help today.
Why?
Dorothy will take one hand off her bleeding stomach and be like,
Why is someone sending a demon creature after you?
I believe I insulted one of my competitors here in town. He is
No. That's
You-
no.
You can make a psychology check to see if he's telling the truth.
I will.
I'd like to make one too.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit. Is
Yeah,
it 96 a fumble, Jack?
No, because you have a high enough psychology skill.
Okay.
Only a 100 is a fumble for you.
I
Okay.
failed.
I barely succeeded. If I
Dorothy,
was allowed to do.
yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. It seems like another practitioner of the arcane arts, or I guess not the arcane arts, but someone in the same line of business as him, summoned this demon to kill him.
Who
Yeah.
who would do this?
What competitor?
Let me go back to the pertinent information regarding that.
Pretty fucked up thing to do.
That's a fucked up thing to do. It's like even more intense than the mafia.
His indiscreet behavior and poor manners have offended a rival astrologer named Li Chu, as well as seriously harming Li's business.
Mm.
Well, Li Chu is our new target of choice.
Just gotta come on in with a mirror.
So, if you would like to have your fortunes read, you can do that. As well, you have just completed the sidetrack scenario for the Shanghai chapter, and you did it correctly. So, everybody in the party regains 2 sanity points.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Love that. Love that for me.
Love sanity.
Hey,
Slowly crawling his way back.
I've been trying to like play the insane doctor, and I just keep getting more and more sane.
Struggles.
God damn it.
I should have asked for sanity rules when the cat demon appeared, but I always forget about monsters. And I mean, there's plenty more shit that'll make you guys go insane. So
There's time.
plenty of time. So, who's going to have their fortunes read?
Me.
Yeah.
I'll have mine read, sure.
If it's
Sure.
free.
So, Mr. Lung parses through a lot of his astrological charts, a lot of his various bits and bobs. He asks you about your birthdays, the year, the time, the place you were born, and is able to give you some details about the future. If there's any questions that you guys are perhaps wanting to know about Shanghai, then I can answer them cryptically, or perhaps elsewhere in the world. I would allow everyone to ask me one question pertaining to the future, to perhaps shed some insight.
You see anyone important in our future in Shanghai?
I thought you were just gonna leave it in general, and I was like, oh boy.
There's a lot of important people. Someone we should keep an eye out, you know?
I see a man from America who could be a great ally to you, or a great enemy if you choose to wrong him.
Ooh.
That must be Jack Brady. What will we find if we go to Grey Dragon Island? Like, just generalized. Obviously not, like, exactly. But
I see powerful magics. Powerful magics bred with science. Intent to split the sky open. Charles, Dorothy, and Gunter, you all still have a question.
who will I kill next? Says Gunter.
Oh no.
Eric didn't like my joke.
Dorothy's gonna fight real hard not to ask if her and Harrison will wind up together and live happily ever after. Instead, she'll ask, "Where?"
I want her to ask that though.
I don't want to ask that. I'm seriously considering it. But based off of what she just saw, it's like, what will it take to stop these things?
I see the enemies that you have made in various locales across the world. And I can see that to stop what is coming will require both brains and mystical power and brawn. And only those of you who know what is coming will be able to stop it. Find the eye of light and darkness, as you have been instructed. Perhaps it will help.
How can we acquire what we need to fight what we're facing, whether that be magical or physical?
Could you rephrase the question for me, Peter?
Can you use it as a sentence?
Peter's trying to get a 2 for 1.
That's typical.
Well,
How do we win the game?
More importantly,
how can we better equip ourselves against the evils we're facing?
The knowledge that I believe you seek is in a stolen book, currently in the possession of a scholar named Mu Hussein. Mu Hussein? I don't know how to pronounce that. His name in the general.
No hissing. I don't know.
Okay.
does anyone have any left?
Gunther.
Gunter technically has one.
Gunter asks, Yes, this, do you see Germany prosperous for Germany in the near future?
Oh god.
Hmm. I see dark powers on the rise in the coming years in your homeland of Germany.
That is
Maybe
what I was,
a very dark omen ahead.
that is what I was afraid of. Thank you so much.
As he
All right.
smiles and cackles evil.
Now you think this guy's evil? He's fucking trying to save his homeland, man. He's fucking time traveler.
It's Captain Germany.
Well, and
Captain
with
Deutschland.
that, as you all leave Mr. Lung's apartment, you perhaps have some more information regarding the future and what you have to do. And we're going to call it there for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. It's been another lovely episode of Call of Cthulhu, Masks of Nyarlathotep. As always, I'm Jack. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
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 We're off.